Hey, what's going on? I'm Mr. Sandman, and today I've got two games to show you. One of them is a loss and one of them is a win. Jab said I shouldn't upload the loss, but I'm my own independent woman and I can do what I want.
Don't fucking post wars. No, bad idea.
He also said I should try to upload some gameplay with some explanation as to why I'm doing some of the things I do, much like what KP Layouts does. Personally, for myself, I like to watch a video with the commentary happening live with the other person if it's a 2v2, or just a solo commentary if it's a random 3v3 or something of that nature. But let me know in the comments below which way you guys prefer. As I said, I'll be giving some insight into my thought process behind some of my decisions, but before I do that, I want to talk about some of the upcoming videos I plan on doing. I am going to be making 3 loosely related videos related to the past, present and future of Halo Wars. This will become clearer when they come out, but just be sure to look out for those. Anyway, starting off here, you've got your basic matchup on Dogs against Leet Nitro and Flacco. We had a Covey Mirror and Jabs was Anders while Flacco was Forge.
Orders, I serve, as you command. On the way. For honor, I am going. For glory. Where to?
Leader Temple complete.
So here I just send my ghost around to get some supplies, while I let my army get the ones out the front of my base. I also upgraded my first pad and set my rally point, while I sent my ghost to scout to see what they were doing.
I will. Honor. Ready for battle. No more waiting. I am
Warehouse upgraded.
ready for battle. On the way. What is needed? Ready to serve. Heading there now. Point the way. As you orders.
Warehouse complete.
I am ready for battle. I serve. Point the way. I see the way.
I flared Jabs to go for the Forge's Expo, as he would have less money to build on that base, and hopefully I could kill it.
I am ready. Going now. I am chosen.
I tried to rage down that hog. This would actually come back to bite me a little bit later, but Jabs gets in the way.
I am ready. On the way. Heading there now. Honor.
Warehouse complete.
No mercy. What now?
All units.
What is needed? Toward glory. No more waiting. I am here. I am chosen. They're dead already.
I then make sure that my RB is centered, but he still somehow manages to get off to the side, the little shit.
Local units.
What?
And as you can see, I lost a bit of health from one of my Suis because of the Warhog out the front of my base.
Local units.
I made a mistake by releasing them at that time. Don't ask me why I did it then, maybe because I knew we were running out of time. I got some good damage in with my Suis before he could get a 4th pad up, meaning I got the most out of my damage dealt. I also kept my ghost behind the base to deny any heal that may come. But unfortunately the RB comes and goes rage happy. At this point I'm kinda wishing I had finished to take these hits better. I was thinking we must kill this base.
Local units.
I know that I should have probably recalled my RB before he died, but at that time I didn't really think I would need him. Then I noticed Jabs on the back of both of the enemy bases, not really helping out that much. I kind of wish he had saved up for a D-bomb and killed the Expo, or was another leader and dropped the Mac or Carpet bomb. If that happened, then we could have had the game, because I was able to deny a heal.
As you command. I will. Right away.
I then signaled to aim the base down,
Orders.
with me thinking he knew the RB was chasing my ghost. But apparently not, and he gets caught.
Heading
Watch out,
You
there's
decide
an
whose
arbor
fault
over
that
here.
was.
Yep, sorry.
Oh god.
All units.
Wow.
Yes. For glory.
Warehouse upgraded.
So thanks for the call out.
Enemy engagement.
In my defense, he wasn't talking, so I didn't know if he could hear me or not, so I didn't bother giving any callouts. By this time, I knew we were screwed, as Flacco had all this time to put all these resources into tanks.
Engagement. Warehouse upgraded.
Dude, Gremlins are gonna be so bad against an Arbiter. Just realized.
I am going. I serve.
You have to debuff.
He actually owns single
Right
one.
now. Ready for battle. As you command.
We need to get this arbiter off me though.
I mean, I can get my own Arbiter out and try and Sui.
All units.
I will. In the air.
Maybe you should
Oh,
try.
it's gonna tank. It's gonna tank.
Local units. Local units. Local units.
On the way. Attacking.
All units.
Your command.
All units. Local units. Local units.
Wow, we both killed each other.
Some
While at the same time, I couldn't really send my Banshees over to strip their bases, as his Arby would wreck me, and I had so few, which I needed to defend Jabs with to get numbers.
all units.
So my options were limited. Not only that, Jabs had an army on his base, and no units to kill it with, no canny. So I thought, I'll have to spend the money on an Arby to Sui him,
All units.
if he's not getting any canny out anytime soon. Meaning I can't make more Banshees.
All units.
So he skirts the base, running away from the Arby. Then the Arby goes away.
On station.
All,
Yeah.
Waiting.
all units.
Legit, that's gross.
Circling.
All
Legit.
units.
Going.
Legit.
All
Dude,
units.
that was so unfortunate.
All
though, like,
units.
if he hadn't have gotten
All
those
units.
pads up, I wouldn't be able to.
Oh shit, he's gonna follow me.
Ready to attack.
All units. All units.
Get ready to have like 450 ready so you can put a D-bomb down.
Boost research.
You gonna kill it now?
Give me a target.
All
yeah,
units. All units.
I'll get there.
But you need canny though to do it. But then comes back and gets absolutely melted by my fresh Sui.
Kill it, yeah. I don't have the money now right now. D-bomb?
All units.
Arbiter. On station.
All units. All units. All units.
Push up, go, we need to go, we need to go.
Oh god, that was sick.
Hey, go to blue space, go to his main, go to his main.
All units.
On as you wish. Show me where.
Make sure he doesn't get any air pads up or just kill his temple if he's building another one.
All units.
He's got a shield up. What a cock.
Alright, just find his tanks.
So then we pushed up with Jab's inadequate army, only to realize that Nitro went Vamps. This was bad, as it reduced my ability to protect and damage tanks for Jabs. I personally think that if Jabs had canny at this moment, then we could have won, because Grams and canny should wreck just canny. Especially since I have Banshees with him, and Vamps are a non-issue for tanks.
Local units.
Waiting for instructions.
All units.
Waiting.
All units.
What is he?
I'm gonna have to save it for Vamps, because do you really need
Local
canny?
units.
Let me
Yeah, I've got no money.
Upgrade some pads while you're waiting.
Local units.
But he told me he didn't have canny because I told him to upgrade pants, since he said he was low on money.
Yeah.
When I said upgrade pads, I kind of meant one or two every so often, but whatevs. So then I go in with my Aloha snack bar RB and try to let Jabs get a sneaky EMP, but I see the tanks are being bitches behind his base. This meant that Jabs was too far away to get an EMP off.
Surround him, surround him. Go, find him.
Don't know why I raged here.
Once his ult is out. They just go for the expo.
The no canny really bites here. And also the fact that Flacco had so much more time to build tanks.
Yeah.
I'm kinda surprised he didn't have PT since he wasn't stripped at all. So at this time I had Tech 2 so I could go Vamps. So I'm thinking it's not quite lost yet.
Local units. Local units.
I can come in with
Local units.
And I'm also helping kill tanks with my shitty pop of just 4 Banshees when Vamps appear.
Local units. 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 All units.
Empire ready.
I need to upgrade my armor as well so I can help you with tanks.
All units. All units.
At maximum.
At this point, it really is over, as we back ourselves into a corner. I'm only 1 or 2 Vamps behind, but Jabs still doesn't have Kenny when Flacco appears.
All units. All units.
Fuck off.
All units.
Move up.
Oh my god.
On top of that, my Vamps become assholes and don't stasis and get stuck on imaginary walls. This allows them to get stasis themselves.
All units.
We could've got a depot if I knew that Arbiter wasn't gonna get me to stop.
All units.
Vampire, here. Show us when.
All units. All units. All
Dude,
units.
I told you I have no money and then I upgraded pads and now I'm getting cameras.
All units. All units.
Show us.
All units.
Fuck did he get canny so quick out of a single pumping? What the fuck?
All units. All units. All units.
On, where the fuck's his canny at? God. Hit it as soon as I fucking backed out.
All units. Local units.
Engage. Stasis. Command us.
Local units.
Jabs is losing, and I'm just relying on the needler damage, but it's already over.
All units. All units. All units. All units.
Show us when.
All units. All units.
Feels so much more dense than
All
he's
units.
double pumping as well.
All units.
Fuck's he overtaking you?
All units. All units. All units. All units.
Yes.
Fuck dude, we could've had that at the start.
All units. All units.
Okay, we have to make sure you build barracks 4th or 3rd on your main base, so you get the reactors.
All units.
Okay, mate?
Orders.
Okay, Dad.
All units.
I did not know how to get reactors.
So coming into the second game, we're pumped to get some revenge. I urge Jabs to maintain control of the reactors to get both Gorse and prevent him from getting PT.
Orders.
I'm gonna try and cheese
Will. Going now.
Fuck are the crates? God, so far away.
Yeah, so you know the drill. I got the expo and I let my ghost get the supplies when Jab starts bitching about me not calling out the RB in the previous game.
Well, you need to make sure you call the RB out.
Sir.
Well, I thought you knew, alright? You weren't talking, so I didn't know when you knew and
Heading
didn't know.
now. I serve. Ready.
That's the
I am ready.
You weren't talking, you weren't communicating. How was I to know you didn't know where the army
Orders.
was?
Oh, I don't know. No, it's just that's what the ghost is for. Whatever we had at the base.
Dude, I didn't know you. Why weren't you talking? And we.
I could hear you. I can hear you. Were you talking at the start?
Yeah.
So I can not hear anything.
I need you to talk as well.
Orders.
What was my meant to say then?
I am ready. Where to?
Warehouse complete. Local units.
You can't really do communicating when I'm just running around with fogs.
Ready.
So
I am ready. As you command. Command.
Warehouse complete.
I will. Ready.
Just go for the this one that
Yes.
goes around.
Orders.
fuck's sake, these flying things just fucking launched.
Warehouse complete.
Command. Where to?
Do you reckon I should go all Suis? Or should I try and get inherited so I can stay on the base line?
Yes.
No, I'm gonna sue it, but I'm just saying that.
Warehouse.
Yeah, also.
I then say I'm going Suis and has decided not to get Fiendish.
Ready to serve. Heading there now. Orders. Ready for battle. For honor.
Warehouse complete.
Are you gonna try and get the middle ones with just Marines? Oh, you're only getting one reactor.
Keep upgrade complete.
I'm getting early goals.
Leader temple complete.
Arbiter on the field.
So I send my RB down the middle.
God knows where I am now.
Ready to serve. For glory. Let me go.
Oh no, it's gonna fuck me up. That's gonna fuck me up.
Chapson tells me that he lost his Marine to an RB, denying him the reactor. I thought that this was fine, just go to the reactor on the other side. But he didn't do that. He gets the other reactor much later from his expo, but I'm just confused as to why his first barracks didn't make Marines to get the reactor on my side sooner. Anyway, I sent my RB down the middle and backtracked to avoid poplars, as I like to call them. I then went to my base to make 2 Suis when I found my RB getting fucked by poplars. He got stuck and did the stupid glitch that all leaders do when stuck. Just attack them even if you say move away. Why can't they just move around them?
For glory. What shall I do? Very well.
Warehouse complete.
I lost half health just going through the flood.
At last.
Is this clan going tank?
Local units.
I'll cut them up.
Yeah, he's going tanks. Anyway, enough of that. So a bullshit half health, I raged over to Nitro's base and proceeded to drop in my Suis. So his RB RKOs out of nowhere and proceeded to wreck me, and because my RB was at half health, he dies lickety split. Knowing I wouldn't be able to kill the base with my dumb RB, I aimed down his raging RB. I got a surprising amount of damage on him, but he won that battle.
Local units. Local units.
They come to the middle because
Local units.
fucking Arbiter was going down the alley. Might have went back. Oh yeah.
Local units. Local units.
I believe I can fly.
I then cancelled my Suis and sent the excess to the reactors.
All units. All units.
But make sure it doesn't die.
I lost all my fucking
All
Suis
units.
to...
Enemy engagement.
Right now.
Where are you, my ghost?
On the way.
Transporting Marines over.
I will. Going now.
Citadel upgrade complete.
Alright, you can send it back now. Just make sure he doesn't get a marine in there or whatever.
Can I use it to get
Where to?
any kind of...
What?
What you want? We go.
Reactor claim.
You can get that now.
What? Jabson transported over Marine.
Oh,
I don't have a reactor. I need to wait 30% more. Unfortunately, my inability to kill this expo meant that he had more banshees than me. At this point, I should have probably put up shields, as I knew he had a lot more banshees, but I thought that Jabs could micro some hogs to my bases.
Summit complete.
Send your shield. I then urged Jabs to move up, knowing we needed to put pressure on them to keep them occupied away from our base, but Jabs didn't know a place to come from that wasn't already guarded by Kenny.
Oh god, let me in the fucking reactor. God.
Dude, great.
All
I
units.
need to keep that pad up.
Base under attack.
Yes, boss.
Local units.
I gotta.
Local units. Summit complete.
Ready for battle.
Local units. Warehouse complete. Local units.
I am going. Heading there now.
It's my tank suit.
Local
Can I get in the
units.
reactor now?
Got it.
Banshee, ready for order.
Local units.
Over there. Don't wanna. We go. Don't wanna. We go. Which way?
Reactor
Got
claim.
Corso, right?
Yeah, in 10 seconds.
All
Alright,
units.
I've got banshees.
Engage.
All units.
Enemy spotted.
All units.
Go for
All units.
And stuff like that, I guess.
All units.
Whatever it's doing. You don't need, do you need the
Local
reactor?
units.
Or you just tell me?
Waiting.
All
No, I'm
units.
good.
Oh, I found his banshees. What the fuck? I'm stuck.
Waiting for instruction.
All units.
What?
My way. Approaching target.
Found
Oh,
his
yeah.
All
banshees.
units.
He's got BAMs?
Boosters, on.
Yeah, he's got that.
Local units. Local units.
Well, we have to go back. We can't go. I can't go.
Ready.
All units.
We need,
Engage. Boosters
All
activated.
units.
Enemy spotted.
we need something
All
to take out
units.
tanks, you know what I mean?
On. Ready. Banshee.
And yeah, he's got cannon. Fuck me, he's pushing on.
Show
Send,
me.
All
send me the-
units.
of course.
Enemy spotted. Give me a target.
Enemy engagement. All units.
Moving on. Banshee, in the air.
Just
All
send the rest
units.
over here, though.
All units. All units.
Can I send all of them? Oh, you
Waiting.
push
All
out? No,
units.
come on.
All units.
Speeding up.
All units.
We go.
Why aren't you getting in the reactor? you
Reactor
cunt?
claim. All units.
Send me in.
Base under attack.
On my base.
All units. All units.
The fuck? I didn't tell you to go there. What the fuck? And that's why I didn't want to push out, because you got canny there.
All
Well, I
units.
did say you got canny, but so you're pushing off.
All units. All units. Summit complete.
Can you just like leave like
All
three at my
units.
base? Can you
All
like
units.
do that?
All units.
Because I'm trying to get shield up.
All units. All units. All units.
Boosters activated. Give me a
Can
target.
you try and take out the
All units. All units.
On
Come on,
station.
you need to push up the... What
All units.
are you doing?
Boosters.
Yeah, well, where am I meant to come from if he's on defense with canny?
Summit complete.
Just go in and go out. Just split up your
All
holes.
units.
I don't know, just keep them alive.
I mean, because if I get him fucking killed by an
I then
archer,
saw banshees up my main, but Jabs didn't have pulse there. But he did have them at my expo with a shield.
of course,
Maybe I should have notified him that the expo was safe, and he could just protect my main.
fucking serious.
All units. All units. All units.
Boosters
All units. All
So now I'm anxious. It looks like Jabs has to kill an almost full pop of banshees on my main.
waiting for instructions.
All
but they got scared off by like 4 hogs, which surprised me when Nitro could have wrecked them.
All units. All units.
You need a triple pump.
All units.
Send me in.
All units.
Do you need a triple pump? Summer base, dude. I then get pissed that Jabs doesn't have Gorse microed at my main, and also that my shield didn't get up on time.
All units. All units.
Even though he killed my temple, and he probably thought I couldn't build any more shields, my saving grace was the Sui in the reactor, allowing me to build a shield. He goes to my expo, which I wasn't fussed about at all. I get Jabs to get off a sneaky hill, which works because Nitro is stupido and goes right by my base.
All units. All units. All units. All units. Base under attack.
I wanted to upgrade my pads on my expo in case my main died, and I needed to be helpful, but I also wanted to keep my numbers up at the same time.
All units. All units. All units. All units. All units. All units. Enemy engagement. All units. All units.
I wanted to upgrade the sacrifice, thinking I may lose the reactors soon to those walls, but they moved away.
All units. All units.
Jabs then performs the ideal cryo by freezing my main. Wow, just beautiful. MLG stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
What the fuck?
So then I noticed that my Banshees and his Gorse are killing his main base uncontested, which at the time I found odd since Flacco had both anti-units to kill us,
There we go.
wolves and tanks, but he came in way too late.
I'm going there, I'm going there. We need to kill that.
Nitro, in a desperate attempt, tried to base trade, but it was futile as it got healed yet again.
All units.
So at this point we felt good, even though at just 1 minute ago we had been on the defensive for so long. I'll get there as soon as you get
All units. All units.
Alright, he's gonna let me get a shoot.
Sacrifice research.
Actually, I'll just kill his benches, don't worry about it. He's coming in now.
All units.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, and they all get bunched off and they can't move. Good job. Good job.
Jabs moved up, but unfortunately I wasn't there, and he gets AI screwed as they cannot move at full speed and let themselves get cannied.
You did it.
Not his fault though. I also get sacrificed, while Nitro still had repeating cannon,
We need to
giving me an edge. I also noticed that Nitro was double pumping with just 3 pads.
On this side, this side.
He must have been pretty rich or just desperate.
All units. All units. All units. All units.
Let's go. Keep that. No, keep it low. Keep it low to shoot.
Warehouse upgrade.
Are you coming now?
Give me a target.
All units. All units. All units. All units.
I then came back to maintain damage on the base
Back up.
when the bullshit delay on shooting after boosting fucks me over.
Oh, I just went up. I was about to shoot. My badge was about
Summit complete. All units.
That's probably lost.
All units. All units.
Still
All
bad.
units.
Yeah. Now he's got
Why
tanks
is he?
here.
Why is he? Alright, I'm coming to help you.
I then sent in my Banshees to save him from the tanks, while Jabs focused on the base.
Dude, I'm coming. Don't keep sending me.
All units. All units.
build up, I guess.
All units.
Jabs then
I'll go
said
over
that
there
he
now
would
and go
focus
over
on Green's main.
Maybe.
All units.
I'm gonna
Right.
check over here.
Units.
On station.
All units.
You need to get this, I think. They're never going to think about that.
All units.
Then I suggested that he quad pump, because quad pump truly beats all.
All units.
Sure.
Waiting.
All
And
units.
then just go back to Purple's base.
Banshee.
Yeah,
In the
I'll
air.
try and stop him getting a shield back.
All units. All units.
No, go.
Circling.
All units.
Send me in.
Warehouse upgrade.
Engage.
All units.
At maximum.
All units.
Oh, he had
Oh,
another
he's
shield
pushing
up.
out mid.
Get it, back out, back up, back up,
All
back up.
units. All units.
They're all, yeah, they're going in.
He's
All
got bans
units.
too.
Suddenly things looked bad for us.
I can
Firstly, he
I'll
had
try and
banshees at my
try
base,
these tanks.
Vamps near their bases, all stationed near Nitro's base,
jeez.
and tanks
Yeah,
moving
how
through
did
the
he get
mid.
so much Vance out?
All units.
Oh my god.
Show me where.
Enemy engagement. All
Yeah, what the fuck? I thought he had like one vamp when we pushed up just then. What the
You need a cryo or something. I don't know what you're
f-
gonna do.
Damn, now.
all units.
Wait, no.
We then agreed that a cryo was required, so Jabs displays why he is MLG and gets 2 tanks.
All units.
Come on, come
All units. All units. All units. All units. All units. All units. All units.
I then proceed to go for the most immediate threat, the tanks out the front of my base. At this point, I needed Jabs to save me from the Vamps.
All units. All units. All units.
It's going up on this tank at the back.
on. Later.
All units. All units.
No, I will. Jesus, that's a lot of fucking game.
All units. All units.
Suddenly, it all clears and they have been pushed completely off.
Go up. We need to go up.
Yeah, I'm checking
All
over here.
units.
You've got 4 bases, you're quad pumping.
All units.
Oh, is he really?
All units. All units.
I then checked Nitro's main base spot and proceeded to build a base there, further solidifying our victory.
Okay,
All
get over
units.
here, get over here.
All units.
We'll come from the left again.
All units.
We then decided upon a 2-pronged attack, Banshees on Nitro's base, while Hogs went to Flacco's main.
Operator complete.
He's just got this fucking bunch of anti-air surrounding the...
All units. Units.
On station.
Got Wolverine.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go for his Wolverines. But middle now. Go.
Post ready. All units.
I then came to help Jabs as he was blocked off from leaving the middle.
All units.
Banshee.
Enemy engagement. All units.
Send me.
All units. All
Vamps,
units.
there you go, you pumped
All
to this
units.
location.
Go.
Ready.
Go for a vehicle depots.
Oh, yeah.
All units.
All units. Two on the left.
Banshee.
Seeing that most of those tanks were dead, I decided to go for the depots, as I couldn't fight the Vamps, really, so I relied on Jabs to do that.
All units. All units. All units.
Okay, go for tank.
All units.
Give me a target.
All units. All units. All units.
Go,
All units. All units. All units. All units.
At this point, our jobs were pretty simple. I kill the tanks, he kills the Vamps, with any free time being used to kill the bases.
All units.
Have we taken out his reactor? No, we need to stop that reactor.
No, just fucking kill this Expo, Green's Expo.
All units. All units. All units. All units. All units.
Then Nitro does some weird shit where he sends his Vance back so that they came from behind. I'm not sure why he thought that would help.
What do you mean?
All units.
No, he sent some of his Vans back.
All units.
Game, just resign. You're wasting my life.
Yeah, fuck.
All units. All units. All units.
Oh, but,
The RB appears in a last cute attempt.
at the front of his base. Oh, wow, he lunged over to me.
Go to the one.
All units.
I'll aim down.
And then finally the pause lets us know that we won
Don't worry.
and that they resigned. Jabs told me that they were both 42 skill, just like I told them so. Yeah, it's not even tech one. It's not
I'm
even.
surprised we actually won against these cons. They're 42 skill, both of them.
Are they?
Yeah, it's not a fight. Hold on, man.
What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, well, cause you did. What you say?
Jason Derulo.
That it's all for the best, cause it is. What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, well, cause you did. What you say?
What you say? What you say?
That it's all for the best, cause it is. What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, well, cause you did. What you say?
Nope.
Well, sci-fi's always like.
If you have any tips about what I could have done differently in either game, be sure to tell me in the comments below. I love to read the comments. As always, be sure to like the video because a lot of time went into this one,
Did I record
and
that
also
one?
be sure to subscribe for more Halo Wars content. Cheers.
What